everyone. Good morning, everyone far and near. I am Frizand again, but you can hear the sounds of my voice. Should I press something on here?
Is it going again?
It is. I don't know what's wrong with it. Well, they're all just kind of need a little upgrandiando, porque it's a little bit outdated. So if we could get them updated, then it will all working for us. Good morning. Welcome to Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. We are here. We are live on this wonderful F-Word Friday. It is Friday, May 15th. It is the end of another week, and we can settle down and really just kind of be within ourselves. Quick check-in. Hi, Isis. How you doing?
Hi, Queen. I'm great.
Good. How was your week so far? Well,
Good.
it's done now, but how was your week?
Good.
You said you finished school? Oh, that feels
Yeah,
nice.
finito.
So
I've
what you been doing?
Sleeping, working. So.
Doing, just kind of
Remember she
living
said
life.
catching up with sleep?
That's good. I'm gonna catch up with sleep. I'm gonna have
That's
to
what I
get
was
a
doing yesterday. I was catching up with sleep.
get a little.
7 p.m.
I went home yesterday after the station. I got something to eat. Me and Sparkel was knocked out. Okay, gone with the wind. Gone with the wind. And I had
I don't know
a
why
nice
yesterday was just
quesadilla.
it was, I don't know.
It was a rainy day.
It was.
Then
That's
I got
what it
to
was.
work. It was pouring. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Man,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, all day off and on. Just kind of was like, let's just stay in the house. Let's get comfortable. I've been watching Kevin Hart's
Oh yeah, I didn't see that yet.
his funny AF. I fell asleep on that. It's funny. I love it. I've been watching the whole series. It's 8 parts.
It's funny. What's that?
I saw it's a comedy competition. A comedy competition on Netflix. The winner gets a Netflix special. So they went to 5 different cities, picked a whole bunch of people, and every week it's a different competition. So it's been really fun. It's been really fun to watch. And then I actually saw a couple of them I started watching his roast yesterday with just a little bits and pieces. And I saw some of the comics from Funny AF there. So that was pretty cool.
Is it that controversial? A lot of people were saying it was very controversial.
The one controversial
With
part
the
was
George
really
Floyd
the
joke.
George Floyd one.
Yeah.
Everything else was really pretty, roasty. But I think the George Floyd one is just it's like a coming from a white supremacist. Tony Hutchinson, who was notoriously known for being heavy MAGA, heavy white supremacist. I think it was in poor taste, I guess.
Somebody said, when white people go low, they go low. They go low. They say the slavery thing, all that. They said when black people go low, we don't go.
Too crazy.
We don't go
like
too
for
crazy.
instance, he was like he wasn't gonna talk about none of the black women on the stage, and he ain't got nothing to say about his black queens because when they in a different tax bracket. When they go home into their mansions, they're watching all this stuff. But the only thing he said, but they lonely. They some lonely bitches because none of them have a man. So things like that, like things that you can easily kind of make fun of that are just true. Chelsea Handler came out and she really kind of dug into Tony's behind and called him all the racist that he is. So that was pretty cool too. So I love me a good comedy. So I can't say nothing bad about a good comedy.
Amen.
Yeah, but I don't like white supremacists. I don't like racist people. So they'll never get a pass from me for anything.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yes, está lista. Also, how you do? Oh, you said you went home and got a little rest.
Man, I'm telling you, man. You know what it was? I woke up yesterday morning and I saw that it was gonna be rain.
Ooh.
And when I saw it was gonna be rain after I left here, actually before I left here, I was knocked out.
Yeah, I think when I left, I saw you. You was keeled over. Keel.
I wanted to do some work, boy. I tell you, I sat in that couch and that couch said, "I'm gonna work you."
Sometimes what happened to me? I went home. I was on the computer. I was working.
Yeah.
I said, let me just get a blanket because it's cold.
Yeah.
I sat there doing some work and I said, let me just lay down a little bit.
Yeah,
Boy,
there
the comedy
go.
saw me. I didn't see
There
the
it go.
comedy.
Yes, I woke up. I mean, basically, I slept the whole night away last night, I guess. But
Yeah.
that's okay because today, Friday nights be busy for me. Friday nights be pretty busy.
You have anything you're playing out this week?
I gotta play out this week. I gotta we're doing the other show, the second show with DJ Proper and Selected Tim. All the things going on this week. All the things. I gotta find a new laptop. I gotta find all the things.
Man, we need to find a new computer. I'm gonna have to go right on Blue Hill Ave and start doing what it do because it's time, right? I was waiting to do it the right way. I was having faith in doing, but the Lord helps those who helps themselves. All right. Hey, glory. Sometimes you got to sell a little something to get a little something. All right. With that said, let's get right into the show. It is F Word Friday, so we're going to have some fun today. I think the news is crazy, but we'll find some fun ways to zhuzh it up.
Hey, well, go on, Larry Jordan. Big up
Larry Jordan, how you go? You should have came here today, so
What you say?
Larry Jordan should have came here today, so we could have touched on some of the topics that he's been going on. Soca in Boston, dance hall in
It don't
Boston.
look like it's gonna be too much soca this summer.
I don't think so. He's on to something there. And you know what? Let me tell you what I think it is. I think the soca artists charge too much.
Bro, that and soca really needs venues, and we ain't got not a venue for the soca.
I mean, we have Sorrel Live.
Nah, but
Yeah,
know,
like a
outside
big stage
place.
venue.
Yeah, we need big venue. I don't like to be inside for the summer at all.
You know, you got a good point.
I don't
Soca
like
belongs outside.
at all. You know, like outside.
Yeah, outside.
I'm gonna take a trip to Brooklyn all summer if I have.
You know what, Tristan? I said that this year. I said New York is right up the
Hello.
street. I'm not sure why when we have a problem here, why we just don't pack up in the car and go to New York. There's enough of us that are willing to travel that could just be like, all right, road trip real quick. I'll split it in 5 or 4, get a little place, and then turn around and come back the next day. It's easy. Yes, I am feeling better, brother. Morning, Lexi. How are ya? Blessed be. With that said, let's get this party on the road so that we can get everything situated.
All right, here you go. Let's go. Oh, this is the song you listen for.
You're listening to Saucy Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Boston, New England, let the sunlight in. Saucy and Friends in the morning. We're ready to begin.
Yeah, find us at sparkfmonline.com.
Saucy and Friends in the morning. Yeah, we got it going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here in the building. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Today is March. It is March the...
It is not March. We are in May.
Where is it?
We're in May. It's May 15th. May 15th.
May 15th. It is May 15th. It's 9:54 in the a.m. It's currently 55 degrees. It will reach a high of 59 and a low of 50. I thought it was supposed to rain today, but it looked like the rain was like, did enough of that yesterday. Cloudy conditions will continue all day. Wind gusts up to 7 miles per hour. This weekend again. So tomorrow's going to be 75 degrees and then Sunday is going to be 81. However, Tuesday is still holding steady with that 91 degree number, and I think that's crazy. That is crazy.
Nice.
But be outside this Sunday. There's a lot going on. This weekend is going to be very beautiful. So if you can spend some time outside, go ahead and do that.
Amen.
Spend the time.
Amen.
Spend it. Spend that shit. Spend that ish.
Do some
Spend
spring
that
clean
ish.
and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's my
cleaning.
song.
That's what you do. You got to clean in the spring. You got to
Talking about
clean.
cleaning.
Tristan loves to
morning.
clean, all right? I don't, not me. My parents is away, and I got to figure out how I'm going to tidy up their house, and I don't feel to do that. That's not something I feel to do. So it might have to. We just throw some stuff in the corner real quick. Call it a day. Look what I did when you guys were gone. I'm such a good daughter. Anyhow, let's get right into this show with our round the way news. See what's going on up in around Boston. A woman is sentenced for lying to fellow Boston cops about connection to a suspect in 2017. Cops is behaving badly these days. They need a little purge.
They said the women lying for.
A woman who worked as a Boston police officer was sentenced to a year of probation on Wednesday for lying to investigators about her contact with Lance Holloman, the father of her child, on the day he's accused of killing 2 people. Oh, that's terrible. The sentencing came after Monica Stinson, 46, pleaded guilty to a single charge of felony witness intimidation on April 27th. Court records show misleading police, which Stinson admitted to is a crime included in the state's witness intimidation law. You know what you're not supposed to be doing, police officer. Why are you doing that? This is a pretty long article, but basically they are holding her accountable for lying about her baby father, who was in connection to killing 2 people. And that's terrible because you took an oath to the shield.
Yeah, man, you can't be lying on people.
You cannot be lying on people. That's rude. Lock her up, Judge. Lock her up. Ed Flynn's 4-day office fight puts Boston's hybrid workers on notice. So I saw that this happened yesterday, and this is crazy. So my favorite person in the world, my favorite killer of joy, Ed Flynn, has fought the good fight to make sure that he can ensure a 4-day office inclusion. Boston City Councilor Ed Flynn is turning up the heat on hybrid work, filing a resolution that urges city employees to show up in person at least 4 days a week and to sharply scale back virtual and hybrid meetings. In Flynn's view, the public sector should set the pace on getting bodies back behind desks so that downtown restaurants and small retailers have a fighting chance during weekend grind. You know what I just figured out? I think that downtown would have a fighting chance if they did free parking. Think about it. If there's all these restaurants down there fighting for people to come there, one of the main challenges that people have when they go downtown is the lack of parking. And when you do have parking, it's like $45 to park for a couple of hours. Maybe if you guys reduce the price of a parking visit, maybe to $10 or $12 instead of $45, people from the inner cities and everywhere else might be inclined to go and visit some of those. But I don't think forcing people to travel into work, into downtown, either paying for cars for parking or paying for transportation, then having to pay for lunch and then having to go back and then pay for babysitter and extra childcare, all that stuff is not going to amount to people spending more money in the restaurants. It doesn't make sense, Mr. Flynn.
Maybe free after 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Instead of 8.
Yeah. Filing a resolution that urges city employees. So in Flynn's view, the public sector can help. The measure was first reported Flynn's push on a non-binding move that prioritizes on-site operations and limits virtual meetings. According to the report, Flynn argues Boston cannot simply accept a permanent drop in downtown activity and wants city departments to model a more robust return to the office. Flynn is leaning on numbers that would make any budget analysis gulp. He cited an updated analysis by the Boston Policy Institution with modeling by Tufts Center for State Policy Analysis that warns office assessments could tumble 35 to 45% from 2024 levels. In its central scenario, the study projects roughly $1.7 billion revenue shortfall over 5 years, with a wider spillover case pushing near $2.1 billion. I don't know what all of those numbers
what that mean.
I have no idea what that means. It don't sound right to me. It sounds like you pushing for some ish that's just not going to work. And that's all I got to say. That's crazy. What y'all think? Would y'all go downtown if the parking was cheaper? What would make you people go downtown? Young people.
Parking's cheaper. Less people actually.
Less
Less
people.
Down, I ain't got nobody down there now.
What restaurants do they got down there that is people like? They got Legals. They got
I hate legals.
You hate legal?
Estella's.
Stella. They
I
got all
like
the
it.
restaurants.
Yeah.
It's good.
They got a lot of restaurants downtown.
Yeah, there's a lot of restaurants.
There's a lot of bars downtown. A lot of new
Yeah.
bars. Not all the dope bars. There's a lot of dope bars here too.
But then, exactly, again, I wouldn't mind going downtown at all.
I feel like you
The
can get
parking
the
is a
same
problem.
stuff here
Yep.
or Quincy or like,
Quincy,
so.
where they have
Oh,
better
I like
parking.
Quincy Market. That's a place, right?
No, Quincy Market is downtown.
What is it? That's downtown?
Yeah.
That's downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
like.
but
But you
like
can't
the-
park there. Man. I'm talking about Quincy, Massachusetts.
Yeah, like you
Oh.
can get the same type of foods, like the same quality.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
not
yeah,
being in
yeah,
downtown.
If you go to Braintree, if you go Legal Seafood, they got parking lot, they got mall parking lot.
Yeah.
I just don't want to take the train. I'm not going on a date on a
Mind
train.
you, the train doesn't work
Egg-
half the time. So
Huh.
there you go.
Well,
I did enjoy it when we took the what do you call it, the ferry from Encore to downtown.
yeah, tell me about that again.
That
So
was
I'll-
nice. We
Where'd
went
you
to
get
Isn't
it
it
from?
free?
It's free. Went to Encore, and then when you go out through the back, and then the little boat come. It's nice. It's not even. It's like a nice boot. You can take pictures, have a little photo shoot on there, and be like, "Hey, I'm on a little boat."
How long is it? How long is the trip?
It's like a half hour.
Not bad at all.
It goes pretty slow, and then you see where the new stadium's gonna be built, and then like depending if your captain's cool or not, he'll give you the inside scoop and let you know what else is gonna be built there and stuff.
Okay.
And then they let you off right there by the Legal Seafood and by the aquarium. They let you off right there.
Oh, I think I did that before, but it wasn't this year. It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then me and my boy, we just went and chilled out there for a little bit.
Do the little ferry still, Cambridge Side Galleria? You
Oh.
know, they outside, they had a little boat too.
Yeah.
Does
I
that
didn't know
still
that.
happen?
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Back in my day, yeah.
Oh.
If you go out through the back, not through the Cambridge, well, the other side, there's a little river railway
remember
there.
that. I remember
And they
that.
got little ferries there too.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah. Where they go to Quincy?
Mm.
Oh, gotta check it out.
This weekend is the
Cambridge to
free
Quincy.
sail Boston to the local islands, but it's first come, first serve. Oh, really? You go to like, what is it called? Gilligan's Island?
Gilligan's Island.
What's the one that they
It's
this event that they're having here too?
I forgot what they call it. Oh,
Spectators Island.
yeah, something like that.
Spectacle
Spectacle.
Island. Yes, Spectacle Island. See, things like that. If there was a boat that left from Boston and took us to downtown.
how
No.
would that work?
No. All right. I had a good idea first, and my ideas are getting stupid now. So let's move
We got
on.
George's Island, Castle Island, Spectacle Island.
Yeah, all of them got a little boat that you could go on. Yeah, I like a boat. I'm gonna get a boat. Keeping it moving. 18-year-old suspect shot girlfriend's mom in the head, wounded another man on Mother's Day. Okay, so this is the one that was right there on, right there over there off of Harvard Street. The double shooting that happened on Mother's Day. Yeah, that was. Oh, he was 18. Boston police have arrested a suspect in a gun attack on Kingsdale Street on Sunday evening that left 2 people wounded, including a 42-year-old woman who was suffering a gunshot wound to the head. Janelle Sumler, 18 of Dorchester, was arrested by the Boston Police Fugitive Unit on Wednesday afternoon at around 1:30 p.m. According to BPD's statement, District Attorney Kevin Hayden's office says Sumner is the boyfriend of the female victim's daughter. At the arraignment this afternoon, Judge Nicholas Brandt ordered Sumner held without bail pending a dangerousness hearing. He is charged with assault to murder, 2 counts, carrying a firearm without a license, possession of ammunition without an FID card, and discharging a firearm and striking a building. Sumner has been sought as a suspect in the initial canvassing of the neighborhood, while police even visiting his home near Codman Square. So, basically, it was a boyfriend-girlfriend situation. He went to the girlfriend's house, shot up her mother and her father. The mother got shot in the head. They're saying, my friend who lives around there says that the mom died, but it seems like she didn't die. The shootings took place around 6:45 p.m. on Sunday. According to Hayden's office, a 42-year-old woman was shot inside 69 Kingsdale. He then allegedly shot a second victim, a 42-year-old male, in the arm and leg. Witnesses identify Slumner as the shooter, as if this basically... Yeah, go to this story.
Here we go. Here goes the clip.
Cleaning up the porch from where this shooting happened here on Kingsdale Street. Now, Boston police tells me there's no arrests that have been made so far, but BPD says a man and a woman were shot just before 7 last night. Now, we're told the man is expected to survive, but that the woman is fighting for her life. Neighbors here in this tight-knit community still visibly shaken from the shooting that has left in the fact that the shooter is still at large.
Now we're going to see something like a shootout in my street, in front of my house. Really, that's shocking. And now I am afraid for myself. It's really a danger thing.
Now, there were 2 other shootings over the weekend, including a deadly shooting in Mattapan. No arrests from those shootings as well. As far as the shooting here on Kingsdale, Boston police tell me that the woman is still alive at this time. Reporting live in Dorchester, Matt Reed, WCVB News Center 5.
I really hope she makes it through. That's crazy.
Seems like she's in critical condition.
Yeah, that is crazy. Oh my God. On Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day.
18 years old, shot your girlfriend's mother and her father. That's very, very insane behavior. Very insane behavior. An armed civilian reportedly helped stop the Boston shooter alongside a state trooper, but many headlines ignored it. This is what the conversation was around about that shooting victim. I think that he was arraigned yesterday, right? He looks so familiar.
Who?
The Cambridge shooter.
Oh.
He looks very, very familiar. This article won't even come up. But basically, there was a civilian out there who had who had a license to carry, who helped to subdue and to put the shooter down. I think that he was actually, what's his name again? Tyler Perry.
Brown. No, Tyler Brown.
Tyler Brown.
The former Marine.
No.
But you're talking about the former Marine, right?
No, I'm talking about the actual, the man who...
Oh, Tyler Brown? You think
No,
he looks familiar?
the shooter.
Tyler Brown, that's his name.
His name is not Tyler Brown.
It is. In Cambridge? Yes, it is. That's his name. That's the man's name.
Read it again.
Tyler Brown. I remember. I've looked it up several times.
Oh, it is Tyler Brown.
Yeah.
Tyler Brown, Boston. He was arraigned yesterday in the courts, right from his hotel bed.
Yep, right
hospital bed.
Yeah, comfortable hospital hotel bed.
The man who allegedly, which is crazy. Why are we saying allegedly? Did we not all see him?
We all saw him.
Why do you get to say allegedly when we all saw him? He was on video. We're looking at it, played all day. It wasn't allegedly. The man who fired shots. I'm not gonna alleged that. I saw it. Fired dozens of gunshots on Memorial Drive, critically injuring 2 people in Cambridge, Massachusetts on Monday, was arraigned from his hospital bed on Thursday. Tyler Brown, who has a lengthy criminal history and has been recovering after being shot himself by a police officer, an illegally armed former Marine who responded to the chaotic shooting. He is facing a number of charges, including 2 counts of armed assault with intent to murder. Officials allege the 46-year-old, who has a lengthy criminal history, erratically fired an assault-style weapon in broad daylight on a busy stretch of roadway along the Charles River, just a mile and a half from MIT and Harvard Square. Go to it here.
The busy Charles River thoroughfare earlier this week. Our NBC 10's John Baroni joining us live in Medford with the details that came out of the suspect's arraignment today. John.
Priscilla, the last time that we saw Tyler Brown, he was marching up and down Memorial Drive with an assault rifle. This afternoon, he was much calmer during an arraignment at a Boston hospital.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brown. The court is entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
Tyler Brown in the hospital with his attorney following surgery. He's charged with shooting up Memorial Drive moments after speaking with his parole officer.
He said that he was no longer Tyler Brown and he was going to be representing his shooter's name. They talked for another so as he was holding the firearm. He was repeating that he wasn't going back to jail and made suicidal statements again.
At least a dozen vehicles were hit by a barrage of bullets Monday afternoon. 2 drivers suffered injuries. One of them is out of the hospital. The shooter was stopped when a state trooper and former Marine returned fire and brought him down.
It is easy to judge these events in hindsight and criticize what judges did.
The 46-year-old defendant's criminal history has stirred up controversy. In 2021, he was convicted of shooting at police in Boston while on probation. Some say the punishment by Judge Janet Sanders was too lenient. Even she didn't seem sure at his sentencing.
I do understand that I am taking a risk here.
Probate court records indicate Brown fought from behind bars to stay in contact with his children. His criminal record includes convictions in Massachusetts and other states.
New Hampshire in 2007, it shows that he was convicted of drug offenses. And in 1994, also out of Michigan, it shows that he was convicted of armed robbery.
Now the defendant was held without bail. He will be back in court next week for a dangerousness hearing. We'll have it in Medford, John.
I don't know if the sentence was, maybe the sentence was too lenient, but I think that the problem is not the sentencing. I think the problem is that y'all know that this man was cooked. And not only did you give him a small sentence, what did you do to help him in his brain? Yeah. Like, what kind of resources did you guys give this man after putting him in jail?
Psychiatric,
like if you're gonna give him a lenient sentence, there needs to be something accompanied with that. Like, and you gotta go to a mental health facility 4 days a week and do programming so that you can get your mind right. Because if you can't get your mind right, letting you out of jail, whether it's 5 years or 10 years, ain't gonna change nothing. He clearly was not good to be outside. Yep. He had just gotten released from a psychiatric hospital at McLean a couple of days before this whole thing
started. They said that morning there was a voicemail with him with weapons in his phone, and
that was when he was checking in with his probation officer. And that's just crazy because at that point, there's obviously a need for this man to seek real help, like real therapeutic help. And it didn't happen. Even with a more sentence like Rachel Rollins had agreed to, what programs and resources are in place to help somebody with obviously mental disabilities?
Yeah.
Like we gotta talk about the real questions here. You can't just throw crazy people in jail and be like, oh, by the time they get out, they'll be fine. That's not how it works. Who that little baby is? Oh, she's so cute. Keeping it moving, an armed civilian, Chelsea man threatened and harassed a BU student, deans and campus said. Is there a lot of campus crime? Is there?
I've been hearing about it a lot.
Yeah. Does that scare you?
A little bit.
Yeah. What about you? I mean, Suffolk is right, like in the middle
everything. Boston's a campus. So
I mean, in general,
yeah, there's a campus everywhere.
There's people slipping people little roofies in they drinks. When y'all go to bar, be careful.
I don't go out in downtown.
Cup like this when you talking to somebody, or put a little piece of napkin on it and stick your straw through there. You got to be vigilant. It's scary out here, man. A Chelsea man is set to face charges on Friday in connection with harassing Boston University students and deans and threatening the campus. Prosecutors say 29-year-old Maximilian Sajus threatened and harassed the university community by posting photos of shell casings in targets after a shooting at a shooting range and a BU dean's office. He also made references to a mass shooting threat. I don't know what the article's about. Is he in the jail? He's listed as a student at Boston University. He's listed as a student at Boston University School of Law and Boston University Law Review editorial board member. Boston University did not immediately respond to a request for comment. He is scheduled to be arraigned in Boston Municipal Court in Brighton on Friday, which is today. No further information. I mean, I feel like there should be further information.
It's just stupid. Like, how are you in law school?
How are you in law school doing this crazy stuff?
Like, I don't know. It's so dumb.
You put shell casings
and
taking pictures of them and threatening your professors and stuff, and we're like, yeah, let's arraign him and find out what's going on. No. Remove him completely and put him in a white jacket and put him. There needs to be more mental, volunteered, like involuntary mental facilities and things that you could be like, hey, you ain't doing right. You doing a lot of crazy things. You got to go sit down in the white room and chill out for a little bit. Suicide watch, because that's very, very crazy.
You gotta go in the padded room.
Yeah, man, and that's what happened. America took out the padded room because it wasn't humane, but this ain't humane either. You marching up and down Cambridge, Mass Ave, shooting at people in cars, and we don't see that there's an issue here. That's just not a person behaving badly. That is crazy. That is crazyville. Boston moves to put cameras on school buses. Absolutely.
Yeah, long time.
Absolutely.
I thought there was already cameras on.
There's nothing on anything.
MBTA bus. Cameras on the MBTA bus.
No, but school bus too.
But not the school bus. No cameras on the
My
school
school bus.
Yeah.
I mean, they should.
I'm not Boston, actually.
Oh, yeah. Some of them
outside of Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them do.
For elementary school, I went to.
What's wrong with Boston that Boston can't get right? Like the most basic things that you can do. What is that? That's they can't get no privacy on the children need privacy on the bus. That doesn't make any. If they had cameras on the bus, all the children that be hanging out the windows, screaming up and down, throwing things out the windows, maybe they would put a stop to that. We don't do nothing fundamentally basic here to stop stupid things. We want to put.
I remember
Go
back
ahead.
in my days. They did have cameras.
Back in my day.
They did have cameras and we had bus monitors. If we did anything, you would get bus suspension. You wouldn't even get school suspension, and your parents have to pick you up every day. Then your parents would be cussing you out because they had to come and pick you up from the school.
But that's what needs to happen. That's accountability on both ends. If you acting up on the bus and I get the tape, I see you acting up, and now I gotta pick you up and drop you off to school, that drive is gonna be hell, okay? Hell. It's gonna be too hot, it's gonna be too cold. We're gonna listen to music that you don't like, and you're not getting no breakfast. God damn it. Because now I'm tired and I'm late for work. No Dunkin' Donuts. Boston is gearing up to put cameras on its yellow school buses, targeting drivers who blow past stop signs and extended stop arms. Oh, this is for the drivers, not for the children. Extended stop arms or crowded pickup routes. The push, led by Councilor Enrique Pepin, I thought I was going to Flynn again, is gaining traction as parents who have watched near collisions outside their homes demand quick action. City officials say they are now sketching out how the system would work, with a council vote and public hearing on the horizon. According to NBC Boston, the proposal has support from Mayor Michelle Wu and leaders within Boston Public Schools, and Pepin has filed an order asking the city council to hammer out the details. The plan outlines where cameras would be mounted, how video footage would be handled, and how long the city would have to issue citations. Pepin has said he wants strict rules around how recording are stored and used. Per the Massachusetts legislature, all of these numbers allow cities and towns to install detection systems on school buses that document stop arm violations and backup civil citations. The law says systems may capture license plates along with the time, date, and location of alleged violations, and it requires that recorded evidence be destroyed after it is used rather than creating criminal records for vehicle owners. I like that. It also mandates reporting on how programs are used and limits who can access the footage. I'm down with that. I think I'm okay with that, because I often do get upset too when I see people not paying attention to the bus signs. I also am one of those people that if I can speed up just a little bit to get in front of them, I will.
Lord.
No, for real. You never want to get stuck behind the arm, because then sometimes you don't know where the kid is even going. They got the arm, the bus stop in the middle of the damn road. They put out the arm. The kid is going that way, and the bus still don't go. Take it off. He's on the sidewalk. I need to get where I got to go.
They can't take the arm out though. That's just goes
when
on.
they close the door, they can take the arm out.
Close the door,
so to close the door and take the arm out. Or the parents, who take their leisurely time
and they
to go
talking
get
to the bus driver like,
Yeah.
you gotta go. Like, oh my
yes,
God.
like excuse me.
That's the worst.
The arm is out and we got to go. She should have been walking to the bus. She should have been at the bus stop. Now I gotta wait for her in her pajamas to walk all the way to the. How you doing? And then your child don't want to get off the bus because they want to greet everybody on and off the bus. Get your ass off the bus. You get on here to the bus stop on time and you put the arm in. God damn it. You know, I'm gonna be a parking enforcer.
You keep saying that.
I am, because I had a conniption the other day because I went over across the street to Joseph's to get a very, very wonderful, lovely lunch of buffalo chicken tenders and French fries. It was lovely. However, I was upset because there was a whole row of parking and triple parking was taking place. There was nobody parked in the actual parking spots, but there were people double parked and triple parked outside of the parking spaces. And I was confused because I was like, why is this happening? Why is it a personal vendetta against my happiness for you guys to do this foolishness? I ended up speaking to a Boston police officer that said that she is often out here patrolling and that she's going to do more job to make sure she ticket people. And I said, girl, I got your back. Give me one of those ticket books. I got you. They ain't gonna say nothing to me. I didn't take an oath.
Come with a siren on the top of her car.
and one of those megaphones. Like, hey, move your car. Move your effing car. Move your effing car right now before I call the police. This summer, I'm going to be a menace. Watch. I'm going to fix Blue Hill Ave, and they're not going to put a center running bus lane. I got y'all back, Boston. I'm going to fix it.
Yeah, we'll help you.
I'm going to fix it. Auction for Karen Reed's car from murder trials canceled minutes before the start time. Why do people want that?
Yeah, I was going to say, who wants
That's
that?
messed up, though.
Her car?
Yeah, like they do that. They do that often. Remember they auctioned off Tupac's the car that Tupac got shot
Why
in.
didn't
and
give
things
her
like
her
that.
car back, though?
What are you going to do?
Why didn't give her? You don't think she wanted it?
Somebody bought it. They said that the
They said it's a
proceeds
private
from
now.
the proceeds from the sale of the car or the auctioning of the car are gonna go towards her defense for whatever else that they have going on. So I guess it's somebody that's close to her or knows her. But go to the clip. Let's see. I don't
Accused
want
Reed
that.
of hitting her boyfriend with is going
we
to
really
be
taking
sold,
pictures
but
like
the infamous auto auction
Somebody
was called off
died.
just minutes after it was set to begin.
The hell?
7's Jonathan Hall is live now in Woburn with more on what exactly happened, John.
Yeah, Victoria, kind of a bummer. Disappointment here in Woburn as an auction to sell off that vehicle, Karen Reed's infamous Lexus,
That was a
which
big-
she was driving the night that John
Infamous
O'Keefe died in
Lexus.
2022, has suddenly been canceled. The seller saw just a few bidders register and has decided to sell the vehicle privately. There were lots of curious folks here, but not a lot of people with their checkbooks handy. Reed never owned the car. She was leasing it from Toyota. And when it was in state police custody, she stopped making payments. A Weymouth Auto Body Shop owner stepped forward to buy it. Bill Broussard fixed up the right rear taillight and repaired damage to the dash, which happened as detectives searched the electronics and an onboard computer system for evidence. Broussard of JB Auto Care is donating.
Man, y'all are wicked.
Yeah, I think that's very, very, very crazy.
If they took the car, I wouldn't pay for it either.
They repoed, basically, the car got repoed because she stopped paying money on it. So when they get repoed, I know. It's
Oh, God. Back at
they
this
send
again.
it to the auction and the bank takes the write-off and the dealer gets all their money back. Then they send it to the auction, get more money from selling it at the auction, and they most likely buy the car back from the auction that they put it in, and then they go sell it again. So, I mean, makes sense. Makes sense. I just
But
don't want
y'all
no
buy
car
that
that was
as
in
well.
the huh?
What would be? Would you Why would people buy the car?
Yeah, like, what do you like? Just putting it on display?
I mean,
Like,
other than somebody actually wanting the car, people would be like, "Oh, I got
But you can
Karen Reed's
go
car."
to any dealership
Because it's
and
a
go buy
murder
it.
vehicle,
murder
right?
vehicle?
Like
Yeah.
it's a
No, it's not a
no,
murder
it's not because she didn't hit
She
him
didn't
with
hit
the car.
nobody with it.
Yeah,
There's no
that
murder.
touche.
Touche.
Touche. You got that. I see what you did there. No, that's very true. She didn't hit nobody. I mean, so technically, it really is just a regular car.
Regular car.
I mean,
it just used to belong to Karen
yeah,
Reed.
it has negative
I
connotation
guess.
to it, and maybe it's haunted.
They're really taking pictures with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like, yeah, like why? What are we doing here, guys? A mass public school enrollment is down 14,000, nearly half for English language learners. Yes, because you guys got rid of all of the immigrants. And you sent them away to detention centers. Therefore, the school enrollment is down. That's why we're closing all these schools. And the ones that didn't get sent to detention centers are too afraid to go to school because they don't want to get hauled out. And they don't want them to come home and find abuelita in detention centers. So now nobody's going to school, nobody's eating, and nobody has health care. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Yep. It said from October 24 to October 25, we lost about 15,000 students. 46% of those were English learners.
Yep. Well, where did they go?
They went back.
They probably went to other school districts that maybe had a little
of them
bit.
Are just staying home right now.
Yeah, I mean, I would get real into YouTube Elementary and start teaching my children.
Myself.
Yeah, man. Why not? It's cheaper to keep them. New England's largest Latino cultural center to open this weekend in Boston. Oh wow, where is this gonna be? The South End's historic Villa Victoria housing development. Wow. We'll soon have a new cultural center, La Casa. Oh, I've been hearing about this. The Center for Arts, Self-Determination, and Activism will open to the public this Friday. With over 2,600 square feet and 4 stories, La Casa will be the largest cultural center in New England for Latino arts, culture, and community empowerment. The project was spearheaded by... Yes, that is a name. A community development nonprofit. Our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and many more generations will have a space to call home.
Boricuas in action. Something for Puerto Ricans in action.
To call La Sala and to come celebrate their culture, Vanessa Calderon Rosario, CEO of IBA, said this is a space where community building will happen. The space will host concerts, dance performances, film festivals, and showcases. They'll also have exhibits on display throughout the year. Wow. The $33 million project took about 2 years to build. La Casa incorporates many historical elements from the church that was demolished in the location, including stained glass windows and terracotta tiles. When you walk around Villa Victoria, you see elements of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean embedded into this community design and architecture. Calderon Rosario said, so we continued the trend that they started way back in the day. I wish there was a little video that showed
wow.
La
I'm
Casa.
excited for this because Villa Victoria is one of my stomping grounds back in the day. That was where we had a lot of under 21 parties. I actually brought, back in the day, me and a couple of friends, we brought rapper Dom Kennedy there. Had a concert there, so I've had a show there as well. Oh, wow. So that's really dope.
That's good for them. I like to see community centers like this come into play. I know that the Caribbean community has been, fighting for a community center for a very long time. I know that maybe Christopher Worrell and Brian Worrell are backing those initiatives. So we'll continue to support and see what's going on. With that said, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll be getting into our national news. See how your president did over there in China and see how that went. Boy, I tell you. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Igniting the airwaves, Spark FM.
Looking for bold flavor and good vibes? Come to Finn's Fusion, right at 1191 Blue Hill Avenue. We're bringing you the best of Caribbean cuisine with a touch of African flavors. From savory breakfast sandwiches to mouth-watering small bites, the famous steak and cheese on cocoa bread, and daily $6 lunch specials. Stop by, grab a plate, and taste the fusion everyone's talking about. That's Finn's Fusion, 1191 Blue Hill Avenue, where flavor meets culture.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
New England's spring and summer celebrations are amongst us. From proms, graduations, weddings, birthdays, cookouts, festivals, baby showers, and more. But let's be honest, nothing ruins an event faster than a bad DJ or a boring atmosphere. That's where Spark FM DJs and MCs come to save the day. Our professionally skilled, versatile team of entertainers specialize in curating unique, unforgettable experiences for all occasions. Private parties, corporate events, school celebrations, kid-friendly events, community festivals, and multi-genre music experiences for every crowd. Whether you need hosting, crowd engagement, or the perfect soundtrack, our DJs will keep you entertained start to finish. Book your Spark DJ today. Visit sparkfmonline.com. Submit an event inquiry form, and our team will contact you to customize the perfect package for your event. Spark FM Online. Sparking the soundtrack to your celebration.
Boston. Wake your waistline up to your favorite Saturday morning radio show. It's the Vibes Up 360 morning show with specialist and DJ Junior. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hashtag Vibes Up 360.
Vibe 360 Radio Morning Show.
All hits, all day, and it's all yours.
You're listening to Spark FM online.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
The all-new Spark FM.
You're the baddest one.
Spark FM. You are now listening to Spark FM. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Oh, yes, you kindly. Miss Jolie, know your mango sweet, so Jolie, know your
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Good morning.
And if you're feeling that, put one hand up. Can you repeat that? Tryna take my girl, say I don't mean that. All right, it's time for our national news. Welcome back, Spark FM. Saucy and Friends in the morning. I can't wait to go home and take a nap. Catley G. Small plane crashes into Ohio home, killing 2 on board, igniting blaze in a residential area. Because there ain't no traffic control, nobody help anybody out no more. Trump fired them all. Every emergency crews are responding after a small plane crashed Thursday into a home in Ohio, killing 2 people on board and sparking a large fire. The crash took place around 3:45 p.m. local time in a residential neighborhood about 15 minutes south of downtown Akron, and heavy black smoke was removed in the area. The city of Akron Fire department confirmed to Fox News Digital the 2 people on board were found dead inside the Piper PA-28 aircraft, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. 5 officials evacuated the affected home and a nearby home, reporting no injuries on the ground. Crews remain on the scene. Man, that is terrible. I'm looking at some of the pictures here. I wonder what happened in this situation. That is crazy. But I'm glad that the people on the ground were not injured, and condolences to the people, to the family of those people who did die inside of the plane. 41 people being monitored by hantavirus exposure. See map of the states. Let's see where it is. Are you guys scared of the hantavirus? Does it feel corona-ish to you?
I'm not scared of this. I'm not.
No? Is it because you already went through the corona and you feel like you can defy all
this
odds?
got to do with rats and mice.
I mean, hello.
Until you get it.
Yeah. I mean, people have been making big fun of New York and saying that New York, if this hantavirus was real, New York would have been the first ground zero because they have so many rats. Don't they have a rat czar?
Yeah.
We have a rat
We got
czar
one
too.
rat czar,
Yeah. I mean, we still need a rat czar. There's rats that be out here these days is a little bit
But for these,
intimidating.
this is people that are like, there's a lot of rats to be. I mean, if you catch it, you got to be very close to a rat.
So was the boat rat infested?
Yes, I keep telling y'all, cruise ships in general are rat infested.
Tristan, I ain't never seen no rat on a ship.
Yes, y'all won't see them, but that doesn't mean they ain't infested with them. They do a lot of things to make sure they don't stay inside them rooms.
You
But
see
yes,
them?
where
You be
the
seeing them on
food is-
TikTok? What they be saying on TikTok?
That it was a cover up for like the Disney thing.
Oh,
It was a cover up.
Because only one
the hantavirus?
person, one guy
Uh-huh.
that was from Boston actually posted.
Well, you know,
about it.
Boston always got some connection to some pandemic. That's something that we do here. We are notorious for having ish that can kill us happen out of here. It is ridiculous how Boston is so tech forward
Y'all
and
fresh
just
ass.
so disease
Okay,
infested.
but like one person out of all of us, like out of 100,000 people,
It could spread ISIS.
No, but why is only one person posting about it?
Hello, caller, you're live. Hello.
You are live on the xylophone line 1. Hello.
Call me now. Don't call our phone if you don't want to talk to us, okay? First of all,
Bye.
it's Friday. We don't have time. A total of 41 people across the United States are under monitoring for hantavirus in connection to the deadly outbreak that killed 3 passengers on the MV Hondios cruise ship. Doesn't sound like something I would want to be on. Officials from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said during a May 14th briefing, the 41 people came from 3 main groups. The 18 passengers who were recently repatriated to health facilities in Nebraska and Georgia. What is repatriated? You guys, I don't know that word. I've got to ask ChatGPT to ask.
It says rodent sightings on modern cruise ships are rare due to strict sanitation and pest control.
See?
But there's more. But they are not impossible, with risk increasing through food deliveries or during port stops. While rare, a 2026 hantavirus outbreak on an MV Hondios caused 3 deaths, highlighting that rodent-borne illnesses can occur via exposure to contaminated droppings or saliva.
Oh, that was an easy word to say. Repatriated. 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 7 passengers who had left the ship returned home before the outbreak was identified. Terrible. People who have been exposed during travel on flights were a symptomatic case was present was 16 people. So I don't know. It seems to me that unless they have some good contact tracing, we're gonna have to go back inside. Everybody gonna have to mask up. I'm calling it everybody. Everybody inside the house. Everybody inside the house. Mask on, 6 feet apart, huh?
Some warmth first.
Oh, well, maybe the heat will kill it.
No.
It was hot there. Wait, it was hot there.
Spread it more.
It was hot out there.
I don't know. Fitter confirmed the symptomatic individual noted in the third group was on a flight from St. Helena to Johannesburg. The World Health Organization previously confirmed the case. So I don't know. We'll keep on monitoring it. If we start to hear more things about it, then where I'm gonna call it.
Nobody in New England got it, so we good.
I'm gonna enforce a curfew.
A lot of those states though are red states though. A lot of red states got it.
I'm gonna run for mayor.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, y'all heard it first here. I'm just gonna do everything that Zoran Mamdani is doing, and I'm just gonna fix everything in 161 days.
Yeah.
Border Patrol Chief Michael Banks resigns his position. Why? It's getting crazy over there, huh? Let me see. I don't even know who this guy is. He's not. Let me see. I think he replaced. U.S. Border Patrol Chief Michael Banks told CNN Thursday he was stepping down from his post effective immediately, marking the latest senior immigration official to leave the Department of Homeland Security since Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen stepped into the top job. In a statement, Banks said that he was proud of his time at Border Patrol and was leaving the job now with the most secure border in the nation's history. After almost 37 years of public service, now is my time to enjoy family and life. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Rodney Scott, whose agency includes Border Patrol, thanked Banks in a statement for his decades of service in his country. This sounds like a cover-up to me. It sounds like he was seeing some ish that he wasn't cool with, and they was like, it's still gonna happen, so either you resign or nah. Let's go to the clip because this is getting spooky.
Yeah, it goes a clip.
He's stepping down effective immediately. Banks offered no explanation, only saying he'll spend time with his family after 37 years of public service. He has served as Border Patrol chief since January 2025. Banks' resignation comes a month after acting ICE Director Todd Lyons announced his plans to step down. And in March, President Trump replaced former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem with Mark Wayne Mullen.
All right.
There's still a lot going on within this country around the South. The South is in bad shape, everybody. The South is doing a lot of redistricting, a lot of gerrymandering, a lot of different things to wash down or water down Black people's votes down there in the South, all due to the midterms coming up and them trying to pretty much phase out the Black voting power. So they are tearing up a lot of their districts and making them more Republican focused, taking away a lot of these Black congressional seats, and a lot of different things like that are going on. So if you're not familiar with what's happening, I implore you to Google it a little bit. See what's going down there in the South and how things are getting very, 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 very spooky down there. I think they're gearing up for a civil war of some type. There's a lot of efforts going on between the Black community to try to get more people to vote, because if they weren't scared of our votes, they would not be trying to take it away. So you guys got to pay attention to that. I know we don't talk about it a lot in our news, but I will start putting more stories about what's going on in the South for you guys starting next week.
Well, it's not even the South, it's the country now.
I mean, right now the South is experiencing the most because they are actually going forward with these redistricting things and taking away the Black vote.
They're calling it gerrymandering going over here.
Yep.
Going on over here.
They're calling it Jim Crow 2.0 down there. So we'll see how these things are shaping up. Senators vote to withhold their own paycheck during government shutdowns. Good. That makes sense, because there's making no sense that nobody can't eat, sleep, or get paid, and they're sitting there going on vacation and things. Lindsey Graham seems to be leading up this, which is very interesting because he's the problem for a lot of these things in general. During future government shutdown, senators will have their paychecks paused, just like thousands of other federal employees. On May 14th, the Senate resoundingly approved a measure to temporarily pause members' own salaries when funding for one of the other agencies lapsed because of congressional inaction. The resolution passed basically unanimously by voice vote with no lawmakers objecting to it. Even though many senators are already independently wealthy, the legislation's success represents a rare point of bipartisan progress amid ever worsening Washington gridlock. Over the past year, shutdowns have repeatedly broken records, leaving Americans unable to travel, critical services suspended, and government workers across the country unable to pay their bills. It makes sense to me. If you're working for the people and the people are not getting paid, neither should you. China will work behind the scene to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, Besant said. And I think this is Besant. He's on Trump's team. I think this is a complete and utter lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
China will use its influence on Iran to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, said the secretary. China has a much bigger interest in reopening the strait than the U.S. does. China is the largest oil importer in the world, with much of its crude coming from Middle East. What they're leaving out is that China is also an ally to Iran. So I'm not sure. I think that they're still getting all of their gas through the Strait of Hormuz, regardless of anything, because they're homies. So I'm not really sure what this even means. China will use its influence on Iran to help reopen the strait. It's much more in their interest to get the strait reopened, he said. I think they will be working behind the scenes to extend anyone who has any say over the Iranian leadership. Let me see. Trump-China meeting. Trump-China meeting. You can go ahead and play this. I want to look up something.
I spent 12 years in the U.S. Army, UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter pilot, actually deployed to this particular part of the world for this particular mission. How do we make sure that we have freedom of navigation through the critical waterways around the Straits of Hormuz and through the as we called it when we were over there, the Arabian Gulf or the Persian Gulf. And so I'm fairly familiar with this situation. And so the takeaway is really two things. We have two separate legal operations going on right now. You have the operation to make sure that Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon, but then you have a separate operation around freedom of navigation through the Straits of Hormuz. The UN Convention on the Law of the Seas establishes the Straits of Hormuz as an international waterway that cannot be shut down. When Iran is shutting this down, it is Iran that is aggressively committing an act in violation of international law. And so the second, again, separate legal operation to make sure that the Straits of Hormuz is open. That's a second operation that the United States is engaged in. And as you heard in the briefing, 2 U.S. ships transited that strait. That's a major embarrassment to the Iranian regime.
The question I have, Congressman, and I think a lot of people are wondering, is why don't more of our European and Asian allies step up and join us in Project Freedom, considering that their economies, the global economy as a whole, depends on the free flow of commerce and traffic through the Strait of Hormuz? Why have our allies not done more?
Yeah, I think this goes back to some of the things that were brought to light during Trump 1, which is that these countries aren't even meeting at the time their then NATO obligation of 2% of their GDP toward defense. They've gotten complacent. At times, they've gotten outright lazy at living under the.
I don't know. The White House hasn't released a detailed account of the agreements in writing, but Trump, in an interview with Sean Hannity on Fox News, said a whole bunch of bullshit. Trump announced China had agreed to order 200 jets before equivocating. He said that they were going to be buying lots of soybeans. I think it was a commitment. I mean, it was sort of like a statement, but I think it was a commitment, Trump added. It's a great thing. It's a lot of jobs. What the hell did he just say? Let me read it again for you guys to know.
China said they didn't want us to support Taiwan at all.
China has yet to confirm any of the things that Trump has said that they have done. He's just a weird man. This isn't the first time Trump has announced trade deals with China only to have them fall apart. China has not said whether it extracted specific deals from the U.S. side either, but it is not unusual given that China sees the leaders meeting as a way to set the parameters of future discussions. According to Wu Zimbu, director of Fudan University Center for American Studies in Senegal, they don't necessarily go issue by issue, Wu said. The success of this trip for either side could take some time to come into focus. China did bring up what it considered a red line, Taiwan, a self-governing island Beijing claims as its own territory. In a Chinese statement on the visit, Xi, as is a Xi, right? Xi stressed that if the Taiwan question is mishandled by America, it would put the stability of China-U.S. relations in jeopardy. And I don't have any type of any type of good feeling that Trump will make the right call on this. I think Trump is going to find a way to be offensive and disrespectful in some type of way, and then we're going to be in war with China too, and then we get no more Temu, and that's terrible. Or Shein, or fast fashion. Rainbow is out. Fashion Nova is out. Shein, Timo, everything that you guys rely on here in America.
I don't say that because I'm looking.
right.
I like my bootleg stuff. So.
Well, yeah, DH, all of them is gone too. Everything gone.
No.
Everything gone. And China warns Trump about conflicts if Taiwan isn't handled properly. We just talked about that. Just go right into the entertainment because we're almost done here and I am sleeping. Cheryl Underwood signs with CAA. What's that? Cheryl Underwood, she was at the roast too after making an impression on one of the major standouts at Netflix roast of Kevin Hart. Put on at the tail end of Netflix is a Joke Fest 2026. Comedian Cheryl Underwood has signed with the CAA. Underwood first rose to prominence as a stand-up with appearance on HBO's Def Comedy Jam and BET's Comic View before becoming the longest-running co-host of CBS The Talk, earning 5 daytime Emmys for her work there, among other accolades. And they still haven't told us what the CAA means. What is CAA?
CAA will
Comic
represent the Daytime
Association.
Emmy-winning award, actress, writer, and producer across all major areas of television and digital business. The CAA. What is it saying?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm asking.
Somebody
I asked
Google
AI what it means.
What is it? What is the CAA? CAA in comedy.
Signed with Creative Artists Agency.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Creative Artists Agency. One of the most powerful and influential talent agencies in the entertainment industry. Good for Cheryl Underwood. Good for her. I love to see it. Drake claims
her standout set at the roast of Kevin Hart has generated significant industry buzz, leading directly to the new agency deal.
I didn't see that one. I'm going to have to go
Look
and
out
see
at
that one.
One piece of, give you a piece of spotlight. It
Yeah.
changes your whole trajectory. That's what's up.
Drake claims he slept with Joe Budden's girlfriend and suggests Dr. Dre should be in jail. Drake also released 3 new albums last night.
Yeah,
3
more than anything.
new
That's
albums.
the biggest news. Drake
Yeah.
dropped 3 albums last night.
What is the names of them? Let me see. I think it spells out him. So make them. Let me see. Javi did them today. Okay, it's Maid of Honor, Iceman, and Habibti.
Habibi?
Not Habibi. Habibti.
Habibti. All right.
Habibti.
So the Iceman is the 18th track project, Drake's Raps Focus album. So this is the more rap focused album. The album art pays homage to Michael Jackson, featuring the hand making and OK gesture inside of the bedazzled squinting glove. Habibti, his 10th studio album, is an 11-track project that leans heavily into his smooth late night R&B style. And Maid of Honor is a 14-track project heavily inspired by dance music, dance hall, and club rhythms.
This is the what, Habibti?
Maid of Honor.
Okay.
And club rhythms. It covers the cover art is a vintage double exposed photo of Drake's mother holding flowers.
Well, I'll listen to Maid of Honor first because I'm more of a club type of thing. Actually, let me stop lying. I'm not gonna listen to any of them because I'm not a Drake fan and I don't care. Like, I've seen the pomp and circumstance around this. People like, oh my god, Drake is the GOAT. He dropped 3 albums. Nobody understands the legacy of this, and nobody understands how powerful this statement is that he has made. I don't see it. I don't get it, people. I'm not impressed.
I guess everybody's just excited because it's been quite some time. He did drop a project, I believe,
In like January, didn't he?
Early last in 2025, he dropped the album. He dropped the
I feel like he drops the album every day.
You know, and this is also coming off of the Kendrick Lamar beef.
And he did some cheap shots at Kendrick Lamar and things like that too. In these things, Kendrick Lamar and what's the other one? Who was in the beef at first and then came
J.
out.
Cole?
J. Cole, yeah, that one. And he slept with Joe Budden's girlfriend and suggests Dr. Dre should be in jail. You know, just some quicks. Michael Jackson.
Everybody know Dr. Dre should be in jail.
Why isn't Dr. Dre in jail? Because he got money? Because he's a billionaire? Probably. Michael Jackson's former lawyer says pop star could not wrap his head around child service investigation. I mean, I think that Michael Jackson loved the children so much that was pretty hard for him to deal with. I don't believe that Michael Jackson was touching the children. I don't believe it. But a lot of people do, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. NBA Ben 10 reportedly shot in Baton Rouge following April shooting in Houston. All of these NBAs, YBNs, and all these spooky Lajukis and Mello and Shello. Yeah, it is just like every day one of y'all are getting shot, or one of y'all are shooting somebody, or one of y'all is
NBA young boys. Boy, that's the NBA friend. NBA Ben 10. That's NBA young boy's friend.
He's not YNL Melly.
No, he's an NBA.
No. He's not Pusha.
He's an NBA boy.
He's not ASAP Rocky.
Yeah,
Boogie with the hoodie.
None of them. I don't think this one is a rapper at all.
There was a lot of talk about the young. What is that? The young boy who got shot. He had a weird name. He was a rapper. He had the Wicks.
Julio
case. All the young man that was a part of that got life in jail and things like that.
Was crying all up in the people them court.
Apparently, the last little boy that got sentenced, he was a little young boy from the suburbs who was not about that life at all. Who got caught? Yeah, him. Who got caught up in all these things. He was one of the shooters out there. You can see him on the film running with a gun. His parents is like, we a military family. He lives in the suburbs. His name is, what is he doing out there? But they sure sentenced that little boy to life in jail. And then the white people got in the court saying that they need nice sweat equity because the old people in jail don't work no more. So they need some young boys in jail. So what they're saying is that these YNs that are out here playing cops and robbers all the time and shooting up people, y'all are gonna go to jail and they're gonna give you life in prison.
Either that or the death penalty.
And they don't even want them to die no more. They want them in jail so that they can work them for free. They want y'all to work. So y'all out here thinking that your freedom is cool and stuff like that, and that you can run around with these bandos and these switches and these sawed-offs and whatever, and thinking that you ain't gonna get caught. They're gonna send your ass to jail, and they're gonna make modern-day slaves out of you. That is what they're gonna do. Scared Straight need to come back. When Scared Straight was here, we didn't have all this violence because the children was going in and getting scared. They was getting up in their face, say, next you come in here, I'm gonna touch your booty. I'm gonna touch your booty if you come in here. And they didn't want nobody to touch their booty, so they didn't do no trouble. These YNs don't got no fear. They only got poo shiesties. They hide their face and ride butt to nut on scooters, and it's crazy. Michael Jackson, NBA, Nicki Minaj, shocking move. Fans allegedly getting blocked for supporting her, supporting the next body. We talked about that, yeah. And that's corny.
Crazy lady.
Them Barb's over there apologizing to this booger sugar lady, and it don't make no sense.
Did you ever listen to her song?
What?
Which song?
No.
The last, she got a new song?
Oh, the girl.
No, the girl.
Oh, what's her name? Tink.
Trim.
Yes. Trim?
Yes, it's Trim.
I didn't.
No, I didn't.
It's the one, what's it called? Cassava bread?
No, coconut water.
Coconut bread.
We're gonna play it after the show.
I know it's something Caribbean, coconut water, cassava bread, something like that. Does she sound like Nicki for real?
Kinda, yeah.
So that's her son?
Didn't Nicki said it anyway. Nicki said it anyway. She said, all y'all bitches is my son.
Exactly. And I feel she could have many sons, but you should have all of your sons work together. Ain't no feud if the family is unhappy. I don't know if that's the saying, but I like it. Lizzo addresses Nicki Minaj dissing her after the Grammys. Just have to keep it pushing. Don't address it. If
I hear that. Keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing. She says Lizzo reacted to a question about Nicki Minaj months after the rapper dissed her online. During a recent TikTok live, the Truth Hurts singer responded to a fan who asked where she stands with Nicki Minaj after the Pink Friday 2 rapper made harsh comments about her earlier this year. Somebody asked me if I still F with, go ahead.
Oh, fuck with Nicki Minaj. I think that other people's opinions of me are not my business. So I don't really know what exactly was said about me. But I do know that there were some things said about me from her on the internet. I am choosing not to know about that. I don't want to know. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Because who is Nicki at this point? Nicki Minaj has completely destroyed her legacy as somebody credible or somebody even worthy of, you know, whatever. The only people that are still supporting Nicki Minaj are the Barbs, and we know that they are children and
crazy.
Yeah, tapped. Chris Rock recalls clashing with Tupac over a woman almost fighting, and I don't want to hear about no stories about no clash that you had with Tupac. Tupac has been dead for 30 years. We don't care.
Chris Rock
clashing
with Tupac.
Why was they even in the same circle together? It's weird. And then the Jefferson star Marla Gibbs, 94, posts inspiring gym photos. Oh, did she? I thought this was going to be a different kind of story. I thought they're going to say she passed. Oh, she's in the
Why is she in the gym at 94?
I mean, this is the time where you don't have to worry about prolonging your life. You should just be somebody. She should be sitting in the window talking trash. That's the wrong one, isn't it?
That's her.
Yeah, that's the one that was in the window, right? Pearl?
No, the Pearl, yeah, Pearl. That's this is they made.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is motivation because at 94, if she could be in the gym doing a little gymming, then I should be too, and I should be embarrassed that I'm not. And I don't want to see this because I'm a hater. You know? But good for her. That's a nice wig she got on there too. It looks cute. I'm gonna get that same one for later. With that said, people, that's the end of the show. It's 11 o'clock. It is Friday. It's not raining yet, so we're going to try to beat the rain and have a good day. You guys be blessed. Don't be stressed, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Be safe, y'all.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
How you dealing with?
Log on to SparkFMOnline.com. The all-new Spark FM.